All right, so we've had Craig stay overnight. Craig stayed last night, and then we've got BJ. And you guys would have seen BJ in the vlogs in the past. He's a good mate of mine, ex absolute hitter, used to ride for the AIS. Here he is here. He had a wedding last night, so he's feeling a bit seedy and sorry for himself today. How you going?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good to have you back, bro.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
You are so broken, aren't you? You are so fragile. It's Italian, obviously.
Yes.
It's a cute little car, though. Like, it's a good chick's car.
Yeah, it's got about as much horsepower as a bike rider.
A lot of you guys would know BJ. BJ has been in my vlogs before. Former AIS rider, very, very good bike rider back in the day. And so BJ's staying over my house tonight because he's down in Melbourne from Sydney, but long story. But BJ and I are now going to go to, we're going to go to Autobarn and get that plasti-dip stuff that I was talking about to paint my frame, my Fondrius frame. So I wanted to test it out. There's a few people doing it on their frames and they're having great success. So we're going to go to Autobarn and get the plasti-dip now.
Which way are we going?
Straight down and then right at the end.
Yeah. I'll just drive straight through the front door.
What colour are we after then?
Well, I reckon black and red.
I've got a black. I don't have a proper red though at the moment.
Don't you? So
Cool.
they're $30 a pop.
Yeah, they're pricey, but the benefit is you can take it off later and it doesn't damage anything and protects your paint on your. So if you got one of those carbon fibre bikes,
Yeah.
and you want to protect it, like this is you can touch this all day long, if you got a thick enough coat.
Okay. Let's do it. So 3 blacks. So we've got 3 blacks for the frame and 1 for the fork.
Boogie. It's a matte finish, so you can get a product called the glossifier. You put it on top.
Yep.
Makes it a glossy coat.
Yeah.
But it won't still be as vibrant as a normal paint colour.
Okay. Jordan obviously knows a lot about this stuff because they sell it, but a lot of cyclists are using the plasti-dip for doing their frames. And so what you can do is you can paint the frame with this stuff, and then eventually when you go sell the frame, you can tear it off and it sort of all peels off in one piece, and you can sell the frame as its original colour. So it's a pretty cool sort of product.
Thanks, if you have any issues. All right. Cool.
Appreciate it. Have a good one,
man.
boys.
Take care.
See you later.
See you.
Dave Sanders was a legend of the...
Still is. He's a legendary coach of cycling, and he's brought many juniors through to professional ranks, and he's still involved in the sport. And he's, to me, Australia's #1 cycling coach.
Who do you think was the best coach in the last 20 years?
100%, without a doubt, David Sanders would be the #1 coach in Australia, full stop, period.
Why is that?
Just his ability to motivate and push his athletes to as far as they could go, but know when to rest them, and his knowledge of how a race is going to evolve. And he would sit you down and he would say, this is how the race is going to happen, this is what you need to do, this is where you need to be, and this is what we're going to do. And what he said is exactly how the race played out. And like going back to the earlier comment of some of the brutal training days that we had, Bonio Road, which is probably one of the toughest roads that we used to train on, his saying was, it doesn't count unless it's raining. So we'd wake up in the morning, we'd pull the blinds back and it's blowing a gale in Melbourne, it's pouring rain, and he'd be like, "Today's going to count, boys, because it's raining." And we'd go down the Mornington Peninsula and we'd do our efforts up Arthur's Seat, and then we'd go down Bonio Road and we'd sit at the Sorrento Bakery, and we'd have 100 and something plus Ks in our legs already, and we'd contemplate life. We'd be shivering in a little cafe down in Sorrento, eating as many muffins and jam sandwiches and every cans of Coke that we could possibly get into us, wondering how we're going to even get home. And then Dave, all right, boys, let's back on the bike, and he'd motor pace us back into the city, and then we'd all get home absolutely shattered, and we'd do that, 3-4 days a week, and then we'd have a couple of different interval days and stuff like that. But I never raced as good with any other coach that I had as I did with Dave Sanders.
Didn't Dave? Dave is such a good coach that Gero apparently.
Yeah, so Gero last year had a pretty horrendous crash and was pretty flat, pretty down, and so he flew Davo over to Andorra to get his head right, to get his form back, and he there's a photo which I'll try and find for you. It's they're out motor pacing in the snow, and it's just, that's Davo. Like, Davo will go out in the snow on the motorbike and motor pace you for 7 hours to get your form back, so that Gero could come back and ride the races that he did, and it turned his season back around.
What an angle. We need one of those bikes where you're on the bike and I'm at the trailer in the front.
You sit in the front?
Yeah.
You were just saying that your mum went for a big walk
Yeah.
or something prior?
Yeah, and she had a sore back, but she didn't think she was in labour, but she was.
Really?
Yeah, and then I've read a few things that people have been in labour without realising it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's go get a curry tonight.
Yeah, okay. A vindaloo. A lot of vindaloo.
So I just dropped Hannah off at the cafe to have lunch with her friend, but I've caught up with my good mate of mine, Mitch. He's just had a baby.
Well, my wife had a baby.
You sure?
Yeah, she's exactly 2 weeks old. So
2 weeks old. So how are you handling the riding and having a baby?
Well, this is the first ride. So what's that? 3 weeks off the bike now. It's tricky. So you get sort of 3 hour breaks between feeding, and I'm trying to work out where I can help out for about an hour, and then sneak in an hour and a half to 2 hour ride. Yeah, in between, which, it's working now, but we'll see how it goes.
So everyone says to me, my life's going to change. My life's going to change. It's going to get so much.
100%, absolutely 100%. But it's like you're absolutely knackered, you're tired, you don't get any sleep, but it's all worth it.
Yeah.
Completely worth it. Yeah, you learn
What do you mean it's worth it? What is it?
Well, when you look into the eyes of your little brand new newborn, it's a pretty special feeling. It's hard to describe, and yeah, I mean, you'll know soon enough, mate. You'll know soon enough.
I know, probably this week. All right, we're borrowing a mate's car at the moment. Hey?
Very kind.
It was very kind of him to loan us his car. But I'm taking Hannah out for dinner tonight. It's not often we get to go out for dinner. So we're going to go get a curry. A heap of people said curry will bring on labour. Curry and sex, actually. I'm not keen on the sex idea, just with my little boy in there, but we're going to go hit the curry up, have the hottest curry possible, and hopefully Hannah goes into labour. You reckon this is going to work?
Nah.
You
I
don't think
reckon if anything, I'll just get the shits. Big behemoth that I am.
Okay.
Big behemoth. Lock the door.
Fuck that. That is a nice car. It's a Model X.
Back doors open.
How?
Like that.
Do they?
Yeah.
All right. So I want this Patreon to get to a stage where I can afford a Model X Tesla. So I need you guys to get on board with it. This subscription model is just going to make me a millionaire. No, I don't think it is somehow, but
that's not the
it'll
name
help.
of it anyway.
It'll help. It'll help get us on track, eh? So,
But I think people misunderstand the subscription. Like, we don't want to solely live off this subscription. There'll be the YouTube, there'll still be advertising, there'll be merchandise,
yeah,
and the subscription is just another kind of brick in the fence.
yeah. Oh, a brick in the fence.
I don't know, I was looking at those bricks and I thought that's a good...
That's a good analogy. Good job.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not the sole source of income.
Yeah.
It's just one of the bits of income.
Yeah. But I do want to say, I want to thank everyone who got on board with the Patreon and who is still going to get on board. The Bastion Bikes video I finished. So the Bastion Bikes video, the full comprehensive interview was nearly an hour long. So I've put that up on the Patreon. If you guys want to go check it out, it's over there. But I'm still in two minds about whether I'm going to release these sort of long form videos on the YouTube channel down the track. I really want to keep the vlog. And so yeah, I'm still trying to work that out. Do you want to go?
One down here as well.
No, this one's a better one.
Yeah.
Oh, that one would be great, in the corner there, if that's all right. All right, curry done. That was so hot. Like, I was crying the whole time.
We're on our way to the hospital now because it's worked. No, just kidding. But
Has it worked?
after that first mouthful, I instantly just started sweating. I was like, oh God.
Yeah, it was super hot curry. And but I recommend it. If you live in Melbourne, it's called Balladabala, something like that. But
In Ripponlea.
it's in Ripponlea. All right, so what are we doing now, H? We're going to go adjourn to the couch and just wait for all this to happen?
Yeah.
We'll just go home and have
It'll be like that scene from Knocked Up.
All right, we're going to head home now, and hopefully this happens tonight.
That in that era, if you had the opportunity to get on the program, then that's just what was done, and it was actually so blatantly obvious. Like there was, I've been at the start of races where team directors are at the back of a team car with a syringe in the back of a other bicycle, as one of their riders' bums, and in the open public. And I remember
that open.
It was that everyone was. It was just that open. Everyone knew that was you're either on, like, you're on the program, which is what they called it. And I remember a race that I won, and a guy from an Aussie from another team said to his teammates, "You know that he's Pana Aqua," and so clean. And they didn't believe him, and they said it's impossible that he could have won that race clean. And he said, "No, I guarantee you 100% he's Pana Aqua." And that was how open it was, that they would discuss between themselves what program they were on.